He's using it to get creative. The reactive armor heals him back up enough. He has tangles, and he's just getting some aggro from the creeps, using the poor man's shield to his advantage. In addition to that, soon he'll have Whirling Death. Oh, there it is, though, the double edge. 1 more second. CA might be going down. There's the first blood to Hala, the chosen one. Sorry, the chosen one in general gets the first blood in the bottom lane. Seems to be working for Hala eSports, the Witch Doctor, sorry, even despite the help from the Crystal Maiden. But it's actually Ares who's taking the advantage in the early game, and not even moving this tri-lane, which is not working too well for the Lifestealer, but surprisingly enough, Juggernaut only having, 4 last hits. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Double Edge finishes off in the center himself, so he kills himself out with a Whirling Death. Very dangerous, like I said, to fight against that. We've already... What is mathematically better? You don't go with what I feel like is better, or I think these things. It's just math. Dota is a lot of math. They're going to finish off this Juggernaut really easily. Open wounds, and it's always taken away his Blade Fury. So Baraban can't barely do anything. In fact, Eknar just kind of comes here to die, because Paralyzing Cask is almost available. The Satan has a lot of tankiness early on in the game, and they can't do much to stop him. The Paralyzing Cask finally comes out. It's not going to stun the Crystal Maiden, but Eknar should go down. There it is. The damage from the Paralyzing Cask actually finishes him off. There's no Maledict available. Went for the full Voodoo Respiration build, which I love, considering that you're going for controller keeps pretty well. Lifestealer with 25 lasts is a bit off, whereas, oh, finally got the Timber Chain. Is that going to be enough to kill off the Centaur? Not even going to go for him. It's only level 1, so it's not enough range. At least he can kill the Chosen One with a Whirling Death. There it is, first kill. And he knows there's no Doom. CA has too many stacks of that reactive armor. He can barely see, but why do you need to see if you got enough killing power to destroy everything around you? Just hit Whirling Death, hit Q, and pray to God that you will hit something along the way. 2 kills with the help of the Slaughter, which wasn't really that much help. It was pretty much the Timbersaw alone, and that was fantastic. It is. I mean, you could go for a more offensive build. Now he's even getting more points with Timber Chain. It's ridiculous. It's like he's listening to the cast. But they're going to go on to him regardless. The Hoof Stomp would stop his Timber Chain, so it's smart they didn't go for the Timber Chain to begin with. However, yeah, that's the issue. Double Edge completely wrecks you. There's nothing you can do against Hoof Stomp Double Edge, which was unfortunate. It could be that, that is just not useful at all. That Hood of Defiance in the Centaur, though, very useful against Timbersaw. Mind you, that's pure damage, but yeah, you do what you can. The Chakram is going on to Mepum. He doesn't want to pursue this. In the top lane, though, it does seem like Lifestealer is now starting to get the better end of this engagement. Once they've left him alone, Lifestealer is one of the better carry solo laners, even though it doesn't seem like it, as an escape mechanism. That's why he was played off, Has a lot of usability. And no mana for Frostbite. This Crystal Maiden's way too dumb. Only has 1 armor, by the way. In comes the Slaughter. No stun because Hilarious saw him. That was the worst initiation I've seen. And there's a Doom available, by the way. So if the Doom wants to go in, he could easily kill. Maybe not Eknar, because Egnar's going to die anyway. Oh, there it is. The Scorcher's finishing off. Not Eknar, but maybe like Ushashush or something. Oh, Timbersaw would be the preferable pick, obviously. But that Doom does not really take away that reactive armor. You might want to go Ag just to take away that reactive armor, which would be a consideration. It does depend. So it's a possible late game pick, not necessarily not a necessary one. Doom going for Vlad's for now, which I love. That pickup with Vlad's is just such a useful item early on. And they do go on Timbersaw. There's the Doom. Can't run away. Stunned and destroyed. Even used that Hurl Boulder to finish him off, despite the reactive armor stacks. He just couldn't run away. There was nothing he could do. Poor Timbersaw. Let's see. Seems like they're going to start taking Dota, CA, and being hit by the Double Edge. There comes Paralyzing Cast, also Death Ward, but barely deals damage, like I said, against a Timbersaw. In fact, it might be the Centaur who dies. There's the Timber Chain, and the Centaur goes down. This Timbersaw, Jesus Christ, going on to Medpoom, using the Whirling Death, and fantastic skill set there, dealing the most amount of damage possible within the slow. CA does not care in this matchup, and gets 2 free kills for the price of none. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Juggernaut's finally gained some space, utilizing the Juggernaut a bit, but this is a very dangerous Roshan. You do see it as later on TA, which is what they were waiting for, to take this Roshan down, but you also see a Doom about to initiate with an infested Lifestealer inside. There's the Force Staff, magnificent initiation, but they do catch him out with the Frostbite in time. The Omniscience also comes out, barely deals any damage, now has to spin away, but the Death Ward's dealing so much damage to Baraban, it's not ideal. They take the Roshan and the Aegis! Oh lord, the TA goes down, and Hala, Ares, taking advantage of a very unfortunate or very ill-advised Roshan going in there way too quick. Considering that the Doom had it doesn't have a blink tag or anything, I was wondering how do you initiate with the Infest if there's no blink tag around you. Boom, initiation with a Force Staff. Really smart, honestly. And there's the Hoof Stomp. You want to go on the Slaughter, doesn't want, why you want to use Double Edge. There it is. Even the Saturnian's Eclipse used for this Crystal Maiden and this Slaughter. Well, at least they'll get a kill. They have no vision right now of this Templar Assassin. They think that she's still melded, but they should have seen the invisibility room. No, they should have seen her walking, so she just makes it out alive. 2 supports killed for Saturday's Eclipse. Also a very long cooldown, longer than Nigma's Black Hole, or almost as long as Nigma's Black Hole. 20 seconds away. But CA will go down here to the damage of this really strong Hala Ares team, who is now winning in terms of net worth. They should start winning in terms of net worth. There it is. Manpum does go down. Sane doesn't really want to fight this. Slithering Crush fails, but the TA still want to go into lifesteal. Why is he walking through there? I don't understand. He still has the rage. Oh, they know she's there though. Why? Oh, they put down a sentry finally. Manpum does have just one sentry left. And with a double edge, dealing a lot of damage to USHvikabezstika. They can't see her, but the Infest should be enough damage. There's the Maledict as well. Plus the Stampede, even committed to clear this TA. That's a lot of gold going your way, so it makes a lot of sense of your Hala Ares anyway. Ooh. That's 260. Oh, wow, 262 gold. I thought that was more gold. You get the point. Alright, Doom on the Juggernaut. There's the Frostbite, but they still have the initiation from the Juggernaut, from the Centaur. They have 3 seconds for that Blink Dagger. They can stop it. Magnificent play by the Crystal Maiden, stopping that Blink Dagger. They're going to go on her instead, but that saved the Juggernaut's life. That little hit from the Crystal Maiden saved his life. So, worth it, definitely, for him to keep you away. There's the TA coming in with the Slaughter, destroys the OD, and that combo we saw the first game destroying their game is going to happen this game as well. Now taking down the tower, taking advantage of the Desolator and the ease with which they take objectives. That's good for SFT. They do deal a lot of damage with the Desolator, so it's working out for them. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's the Stampede goes in. No, what was that Stampede exactly? Was it a kill on the bottom lane? Not quite. I don't understand actually what that Stampede was for, but they're going to take this tower regardless. I like how the Timber Sword is just tanking it while the TA hits it. It's only level 3 reactive armor. No, it does not. Sorry, it just stayed at 50 charges for a while. There's amplified damage onto this. Wow! Chosen One! The Chosen One to die, apparently! Jesus Christ, trying to get the side blaze damage down, but it doesn't even matter. The Timber Saw gets him from downtown with a Timber Chain. That's literally what I call a drive-by shredding. Okay, that was horrendous. As USHvikabezstika decides to take this tier 2. Using the Desolator again. So they keep trying to put pressure on the side lanes, which I enjoy as well. I like that they're doing that because that'll give you more possibility to split push. However, this top lane is a bit more dangerous to go because of these TPs. There's the other slash wasted on Satan, and can they kill him in time? There's the Saturday's Eclipse, takes away all the Timbersaw's mana. That's quite crucial actually, because Timbersaw without mana can't really do much. The Death Ward comes in, deals a decent amount of damage, but only to the Slaughter. Finally killing off the OD. The Chosen One will also go down thanks to the damage USHvikabezstika offers, and the guys from SFT taking down 4. Not only the guy that managed to survive the lifesteal because he raged. No, he just walked away. Here in TP, but that Shrine helping him out a lot, and obviously his rage as well, surviving as a Timbersaw damage. That amount of mana, that Timbersaw lost in that team was ridiculous, and he still managed to do a lot thanks to the Yule Scepter. Great pickup, that extra mana regen that the Yule Scepter gives you, plus the Bloodstone, 13 charges, very decent. They go into the oh no, they go into the Lifestealer, who shows himself ever so slightly, and the amplified damage just destroys it. Now the Yule Scepter from the OD is used onto the OD. It prevents all the Hurricane Pike damage. That was a lack of coordination, but they can still use the chakra, and then they can still bother him and take the racks. After all, I think what the Timbersaw was doing is saying, USHvikabezstika, please hit the racks. That's our objective anyway. For now, losing the top lane racks pretty crucial because now they can take the Shrine with it, and so that's what they would look at. At least he can't use Doom because later on he's gonna tank up. You know, he's gonna have Mechanism, he's gonna have Crimson Guard. It's gonna be really hard to kill, but he's not gonna be hard to take away his mana. And oh god, hilarious! Why are you in that terrible position? The Stampede needs to be used to save his life, and even the stuns from the paralyzing cast didn't quite want to commit the Omni Slash, so it would have been a good choice here against the OD. Decides to just keep it safe and keep the Omni Slash in his off cooldown, so we can at least use it if necessary. All right, I mean. Don't know. Oh, what are you doing, Lifestealer? Caught out, freezing field, easy kill. I mean, he even used the rage to farm some creeps. I don't know what he was doing in enemy territory with a TP. I mean, he had a rage result, which, you know, I mean, the Templar could still have killed him, maybe, with the amount of damage he deals, but at least the rage TP is almost a surefire way to leave if you want to farm in those kind of places. Wow, TA is really trying to kill the Doom, even using the Meld to deal extra damage. It should have been Meld first, but I think it was on cooldown. Well, Doom sees the ward. That's pretty smart. Omni Slash comes in. Fantastic! They eliminate the Doom, and he doesn't have buyback. That's exactly what they have to do. The gem has also been lost. They go into the OD. The amplified damage. He can't run away. Has to use the Astral Preservation on himself to for safekeeping, but that's not going to help him out a lot at all. Did he disintegrate? What happened? What the hell happened there? Oh, Hurricane Pike plus Blink? Really? Or Blink plus Hurricane Pike? He survived? Okay. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay, they still lost the Doom, so 28 seconds without Doom. This is the time for them to fight, or the time for them to at least put a bit of initiation in. They can kill one more hero. They they would make it pretty much CG. I mean, you could kill a Lifestealer or OD, it could be almost CG, but taking the tower is better than nothing. And they've already used the Shrine as well. Oh, he goes Saiyan, they... Of course he would have with Rage. The Juggernaut will go down beside his Eclipse, and he's not going to be very useful in this team fight, but they at least can kill the Centaur as a result. Now the TA wants to kill the Witch Doctor, will manage to do so, but the Lifestealer comes out from inside him, surviving, and now the Yo Scepter onto the OD, so he can't really attack. They know the Doom's available, so the Doom can go onto them any second, and they'll at least try to stun out the Slaughter. Not in time. CA, can they get the Doom out and at least be useful? There it is, the stun into 3! Magnificent, they kill the Doom again without using his ultimate. Why were you there? What a great play by Egnard, and hilarious going down to the Hurricane Pike. That was both a great play by SFT and a terrible play by Hala Ares, but regardless, they take down the Doom twice. Without the Doom, the GG1 play comes out, and Saiyan will be the last one to go down, as his team and his throne dies with him. The dream for Hala Ares to stay in the winner's brackets is gone, and the best of 3 will be taken by SFTe-sports after a... well, terrible second game, but a fantastic third game. 2-1. They managed to take it. It almost seems like they threw the second game. It's been D-Swordfish. I'll be putting my link in the chat if you guys want to follow me on Twitter and see what other activities I'm doing. I'm usually a Spanish caster, but today I decided to go a bit Englishy because I felt British, you know. I live in Scotland. I felt like casting a bit. No, I'm fucking kidding. I didn't actually feel like doing any of that. But if you did enjoy, feel free to follow me on Twitter, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow with some more ProDotA Cup. I think I have some matches tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time. Until then. And, oh, by the way, the next match will be... I'll put them up on screen. It'll be...